it's me, and today I want to start a fun new customization project. I don't have very many of these right now, and so we need more. Solution is always more. No, that's weird. With these.
What are they?
A perfectly decent question, my friend. These happen to be my own collectible figures based on my original characters, and these happen to be amazing. These are being sold in Walmart along with a handful of other retailers if you want to check that out. Scan the QR code on my face. Is it gone? Or is it still there? Anyway, I've done quite a few plushie customizations recently, which has been great. But then I thought, you know what else would be great? The figures. The figures would be great. Why don't I customize the figures? I've been working on my sculpting skills recently. Maybe I can handle sculpting on top of them, repainting them. I don't know, it could be fun. These figures are adorable, and I think we can do some really cool things to customize them. Of course, I do have a full set for myself, which will be left pristine and untouched. Because this is a mystery item, there is a chance for duplicates. Instead of throwing a tantrum when we get duplicates, we can customize them. I'm gonna use my duplicates for good. I welcome them because art. Also, yes, I did chop off my hair. Well, I didn't. Somebody else did.
A lady.
Okay, let's do this. Here we go. My hands are ready. Bring in the figures. Here they are. This is what they look like. The mystery figures. Collect them all. Do. Let's pop one of these open. Who's it gonna be? Oh, it's Georgie. Oh, plus a little character guide here. Cute, fun. Yes, Georgie. And see what I mean? Amazing. I just love to see my characters in this form. Oh, Georgie. I've never customized a figure like this before, but I do know that he is a very slippery, smooth surface, which typically is not the best conditions for painting and sculpting. So I'm taking some sandpaper and I'm just gonna rough him up a bit, mainly right where I'll be attaching the clay.
Speaking of clay.
Hi, we were just talking about you.
My first idea was to make Georgie a slice of pizza. Oh, 2 slices of pizza. Okay, hungry boy. Who am I kidding? I usually eat 3. And I'm looking at it. I'm processing. I'm looking at it. Yeah, I think that was cuter in my head. Okay, no, we're killing that idea. Forget pizza. I'm going in totally the opposite direction of pizza. Well, not directly opposite. What would be directly opposite of pizza? Poop.
Yes.
Well, no, technically that's moving in the same direction. Okay, I'm making Sleepy Georgie. Here is his
Blankie.
except it's too small and stupid and I hate it. No worries, I'll just make a new one, making a bigger blanket, and I'm just gonna wrap it and form it around Georgie's beautiful pineapple duckness. Yes! I'm gonna sand the area under the clay, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of Elmer's glue, which I learned this from the Jackie kit, using those plastic pour bears. Don't really know exactly what I'm doing here and if this is right, but I trust Jackie. This'll work.
Or else.
I'm just kidding. It's not Jackie's fault if this doesn't work. Smoothing all the little wrinkles out of the blanket, and aww, even though his blanket looks like it was dug out of a landfill, it's just so
Cute.
I let the clay dry. Everything stayed intact. No catastrophes. Yeah, there are a few just little ugly spots on this, so I'm just gonna gently sand those away. Wish I could do this to myself. Just gently sanding the ugly away. I'm just kidding. Once that's all done, I'm gonna go in with a coat of gesso, and yay, I'm completely painting over everything. It's still gonna be Georgie, but he is Sleepy Georgie, and Sleepy Georgie needs a new look. I'm bringing out the big guns with my white paint because I want everything to be perfectly bright white before I start painting, because I'm about to use metallics, and you know how that be.
No.
I want to make a custom metallic color palette for Georgie, so I'm starting with a pearl white in each container and then adding the color to it. And I accidentally added the wrong gold to this one. That is not the color I was going for. If you're sensitive to paint murder, look away. Ooh, yeah, it's a pretty bloody one. I don't get how I made that mistake. I mean, I was using glorious gold instead of splendid gold. What is my problem? I'm adding the right gold and a touch of neon yellow to create a nice soft metallic sleepy Georgie color. And I'm creating the rest of the colors I need. I want to make a fully metallic figure. It's just kind of different. Thought it might be exciting to do something different. Maybe you're excited. And if you are, please stop it. Because as I'm starting to paint, I was hating this decision. It's been a while since I've used metallics, and I did remember that they are pretty transparent, but boy, I forgot just how pathetically transparent they are. It is an outrage. I had to do so many coats of paint just to build up the color. I added in my very soft metallic orange color for the beak and the feet, and then touch-ups. Oh, and this is where things got bad. I had to do like 5 coats over each area just to do a touch-up. And in that process of doing those 5 coats, I made a mistake. So then I had to touch that up with 5 more coats, and then guess what? Another mistake. This was truly brutal. I had to turn off the camera because I just couldn't bear to film myself drowning anymore. Finally, everything is neat enough. Okay, we're leaving it here. I'm gonna add a real simple sleepy Georgie face, only
It's not that simple.
I didn't want to do black or any other dark color because I thought it was just gonna be too harsh. So I tried a gold Posca, literally can't see it at all. So I tried a silver Posca, which looks blobby and poopy and not in a good way. So I started all over and tried this silver fine liner, which looked much better, but it's still a little too subtle. I decided to use that same fine liner to add some little stars and moons all over the blanket, which is one of my favorite details of this entire video. Those little stars and moons. I ended up changing the face color one more time, and bam, here is the sleepy Georgie. I think this just came out too cute. I love him. He's still Georgie, but he's oh so sleepy.
Oh, don't wake him up. Oh no, he's sleeping. Ooh.
Stop. I'm obsessed with how the blanket came out and the metallics. Mwah, I love you. By the way, you can find these figures in select Walmarts. They've been a little bit delayed in certain stores, but they should be on the shelves now. I will provide a link to the full list of locations where you can find these near you. If you don't have a Walmart near you that carries them, they are available in places like Meijer and Claire's as well. With Christmas coming up, these figures make the perfect gift, perfect stocking stuffer. Also, just a reminder, you can still find Series 2 mini plushies in Walmart and Target, along with the Georgie mystery egg. This product comes packed with exclusive mystery items, including a plush, a figure, a keychain, and stickers. This makes a perfect gift if you want to give somebody a little bit of everything. So if you're doing some Christmas shopping, feel free to get somebody the gift of me products. Okay, and let's go back to the pile of figures to pick out a new victim. Here we go. Ta-da! It's Berry Citrus, my girl, my panda citrus girl. She is quite the unique little thing. Very detailed. I mean, just look at everything that's going on here. What am I gonna do? Time to figure it out. I've got dirty hands already, so let's go. Now, as you can see in this demonstration, the clay does not stick. So I'm sanding this down a little bit. For now, just around the ears, because my first idea is to add some bunny ears. So I roughly shaped those and tried that on. Looking at this apparently was not enough discouragement for me at the time. So I actually decided to glue and continue down this path until I came to my senses. And I said, no, this is no bunny. This is a crime. So then I just slyly started morphing the ear downward. Yeah, you know, this is what I meant to do. This was my plan the whole time. You know what they say, if I can't have a bunny, then give me an elephant instead. Nobody ever said that. Yes, I decided to turn this into an elephant. I don't think I've ever done an official elephant character before. That's probably because their trunks make me a little uncomfortable. What is that exactly? I'm scared of it, but the only thing big enough to cover these ears is elephant ears, so I'm going with it. Also, I know a lot of people really love elephants, so I'm just gonna try to keep an open mind today. I tried to sculpt the trunk nice and small and cute, so it wouldn't scare me too much. And then boom, a couple days later, I'm ready to sand out the lumps, clean that up, and jump into gesso. Going over the entire figure, and then I'm bringing in some pink. And what is this beautiful color? Oh, just the pink out of my own paint set, of course. Yeah, of course it is. Available on MariahElizabethMerch.com. But anyway, now unlike Sleepy Georgie, who is just a fun new version of his same old self, this is clearly no longer Berry Citrus. I know she's under there somewhere, but she's gone, basically. For the elephant herself, I want to keep things cute and pastel. I literally considered every color before choosing purple. Every single color was equally weighted. I feel like I had no vision for this elephant at this point. She could have been anything. The purple was just kind of random, but okay, yeah, she's purple. I'm gonna paint in her bright green leaves, which is creating quite the interesting color scheme. Whoa, that's just a lot. Painting some nice pink inner ears, and then starting to work out where to place the eyes, which is just bad news. Okay, this looks awful. I realized after several iterations, part of the problem is I sculpted the trunk crooked, and it makes her face look just a little bit deformed. So for a split second, I thought about just going with it outfit and making her psycho elephant. Oh no. Let's not. Okay, I took a step back from that. I'm just gonna fix it. Yes, we are going back to clay at this point. Huge step backwards, but desperate times. I tried to just even it out a little bit, and then of course I had to wait for that to dry, and boom, here we are back painting again. And back to the eye situation. This time, things are looking a little bit better, but honestly not really. And I just have to commit to an eye placement. Okay, let's just make the best of this. I add on some cheeks and then stick on some standard old dot eyes. Then I got the idea to do strawberry seeds in dark purple to try to kind of consolidate this color scheme a little bit, as well as the toe pads, try to make this make sense. And my final idea, watch this, I decided to turn the inner ears into strawberries. Why? I know what you're thinking.
You just ruined it.
I like the plain ears better.
Of course you did. Finally, adding a nice glossy clear coat to her, and here is this little darling. I will say, I think she would have been cuter with her trunk sculpted down. I'm kind of an elephant noob, okay? I decided to name her Hallie. Of course, my very first instinct was to go with Ellie, because every elephant ever. I'm very kind of neutral about her. If you want to love her, go for it. If not, whatever. Okay, and the last figure I'm gonna pick for this project. Who's it gonna be this time? Oh, it's Derp. Here he is. Yay! We got one of the two classic derpy dinos that come in this set, and let's get a clean station for Derp to have a nice fresh start. Well, semi-fresh. My hands are still disgusting. Good news, I finally used up the last of my dark, dirty mud clay, and I'm able to go back to the beautiful clean white. Honestly, doesn't really matter the color, but with the white, it's way easier to paint over. For Derp, I knew right away what I wanted to do, so I smushed a giant lump on his head and a little lump right on top of that. That's supposed to be his spine popping out. Anatomy is a little off, but that's fine. And then I formed a bottom bun around his bottom bun.
It's so clever, right?
So basically, I wanted to make Derp look like he's stuffed inside of a burger, because if you know Derp, you know he is in love with burgers. They're very important to him. So today, he will become one with a burger. He loves the burger. He is the burger. Now, because this is a pretty small sculpt, I didn't want to try to cram too much detail into it, but regrets. I should have tried to cram more detail into it. What was I thinking? After what I did for Beans, this is the burger I sculpted for Derp? Only Derpy Derp? That's it? Better make up for it with the paint job. I sanded it all down and then went over it with gesso, and then of course I'm going over my Derp with my Derp paint. I'm using one of my products to paint another one of my products. Things are getting trippy. After I finished with the blue, I started painting in the burger patty, and this is when I realized I've really just done myself a disservice. Myself and Derp. Because somehow I have to make one patty look like it's two. This is supposed to be the bun and the burger. What was I thinking? It's just looking real weird, okay? I thought maybe adding the bun color would help. Of course, I've just messed up everything that I've done, so I gotta go back over all of it. I thought maybe a darker color of burger would be better, so it's not looking right.
That's not right.
So I thought, well, maybe if I just add in the top bun, it'll all come together. No, this is still looking whack. I tried adding in the tummy patch, which I just realized I never repainted that tummy patch in after. Well, okay, disregard, whatever, ignore me. At this point, I am just crestfallen over this Derp, okay? I mean, the paint has just become a lumpy mess from layers and layers of trying to fix it. As much as it pains me to do it, I have to go back to the sculpting again. So I'm breaking out my clay, and I'm just gonna roll out a thin strip and wrap it around the Derp to become the burger patty. Once I had fixed this situation, I had to wait for the clay to dry, and time for repainting. Before I finish up the last figure, I'm here to ask you guys to help me with something, and I'm nervous because I have to trust you. With love, don't mess this up. You know how at the end of every year I like to do a ranking video where I go through all of the things that I've made in the past year and rank them according to how much I love or hate them. It's a great way to wrap up the year, but there's always quite a bit of debate going on in the comments about how well I rank the projects, and
Oh, you put this one too low on the list, and I can't believe that this one won.
it's a lot of arguing, it's a lot of bickering. So this year I thought, how about I just let you guys do it?
I'm excited and scared.
So I am looking for dedicated viewers of my channel to help me with this. It's not gonna cost you anything except for your time. There are specific instructions for how you have to do this. If even one person does not follow instructions, it will potentially ruin it for everyone, and you will find me sitting down for the ranking video and saying, you know how I wanted you guys to rank it? Well, one person ruined it and now we can't do it that way, so I'm just gonna do it myself. Boo! Boo for that person. Let the bickering begin. I need all these rankings in before December 10th, so if it's past that day, it's unfortunately too late. If you want to know how to participate in this, check the link in the description for an unlisted video where I tell you the instructions. Go watch it and then come back here. Don't forget about this video. That's your first instruction. Let's finish these figures now. And I can already feel it. This is gonna look so much better with the sculpted burger. It was a little painful having to repaint all of this over again, but definitely worth it. Worth fixing that horrible flat burger situation. Now finally, I'm adding the face, which I tried in blue, hated that so much, so I went over it in black. The face is a little thicker than I would have liked, adding in the spine color and the spine spots, and here is Derp in a burger. His face isn't perfect, okay, I'll say that, but I think I did successfully rescue this one. I wish that I had just added a little bit of texture to that burger patty during the resculpt. Ugh, why did I forget that? But either way, this came out really cute. It's probably the most simple looking of the three, but it was the most challenging and took me the longest. All of these, though, took me longer than I anticipated to complete. This was a challenge for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye!